Hello, hello. Welcome to another one. And for those of you that don't know, live under a rock or whatever, uh, the new trailer for season 3 just dropped yesterday. Now, I didn't go as crazy for this one as as the trailer for Marvel Token, but it was still pretty cool to see Alex come back. I mean, Alex is pretty much the one that I expected to be in season 3, and the rest of them were leaks, right? Well, all of them were leaks. Everybody was talking about these leaks. But Alex was the main one that was sure on both of those leaks, because I know there was two leaks. One of them was Ingrid, and the other one was the Filipino fighter, and that's the only one that was switched off. Um, that people weren't sure of. But it turns out that the leaks were real, right? And we are gonna get Alex, c.viper, what's his face, Sagat, and Ingrid. Now, a lot of people are mad about Ingrid. I really don't know much about Ingrid to be mad at Ingrid. Um, I think she was a playable character in fuck if I know, dude. I don't know. But they don't like her because they say she's a copy of Athena, who I also don't know. So yeah, I mean, listen, I like fighting games, but I'm not gonna sit here and say like I'm a super expert in fighting games. Um, so yeah, I don't know who Ingrid is, and I don't know why people hate Ingrid. People need to let me know why. But I will say this though: Street Fighter has brought fighters from the past before and made them better. Just made them, giving them more sauce, or made them more likable in some kind of way. Starting off with Luke, right? Luke, not necessarily well liked, but once he hit Street Fighter 6, people started liking him. So so there you go. But the one I'm most excited for is Alex, of course, and I also love his new look. So this is the new look here, right? And I like it. I like everybody's new look, even Ingrid's. She seems like a librarian or something like that, or some type of an accountant. From what I hear, she's like the god of Street Fighter, which is crazy. Um, so we're just gonna have to see there. c.viper, I never played. I never got my hands on her because I never played Street Fighter 4. So that's where she's from. She's from Street Fighter 4, and never played it. So we're just gonna have to see. I hear that she had a lot. She was hard to play. She was a hard character to play, and she has a lot of feints, and she's a gadget um, maniac. She just likes gadgets and shit. Of course, Sagat. Everybody knows Sagat. I used to play Sagat in MVC2, I believe. That was the last time I played him, and he was a little bit annoying um, to play against. But when I was playing shit, I was annoying too. I ain't even gonna lie. Dude, yeah, you could pretty much imagine he's just shooting, right? Anybody wants to come up, and then you saw the trailer, by the way. It's pretty much he's gonna be the same, in my opinion. You can't really change much about him. Maybe some supers here and there, or some combo links or something like that. But the one, like I said, the one I'm most excited about is Alex, of course. And the main reason, the crazy thing about Alex is like, I made a character, and I've talked about this character before. It's an OC that I made. Um, and it's kind of based off of Alex and George Foreman in a way. Um, but Alex is a big inspiration behind this character, and I gave him a beanie, right? I gave him a beanie, and fast forward to today, and you got Alex with a beanie, which is crazy to me. It's like, I mean, it's not exactly the same, but it's kind of the same, dude. You know, it's kind of the same. And so this guy, like, I just invented a character, and I wanted him to be like kind of like kind of like this street guy that fights in the streets, and he's just like a tough guy. He doesn't he's like a no nonsense type of guy. And then I got an idea for making like new Street Fighter characters, like the kids of the Street Fighters, and I put him in there. And my excuse to put him in there was that he was gonna be a student of Alex. Alex trained him, and he just he takes up his moves from Alex. The only difference is that he wants to punch more people, and Alex is more of a grappler, and he's more of a brawler type grappler, or more of a rush down grappler. So because he likes to punch people more. And that's basically his backstory. He's just a student of Alex, and he likes to fight in the streets and stuff. Um, but yeah, it was cool to see him with a beanie, dude. It was like, oh look, he has the look of his student. So maybe that's kind of like a backstory of why he got his beanie. I don't know. It's just it's silly, I know, but it's kind of cool that it kind of fits in in a way into the shit that I'm coming up with, and the shit that Street Fighter's coming up with. It's pretty cool. Maybe creative minds think alike in a way, and that's what's happening here. But anyways, I'm happy for this. The only thing I don't like, guys, and this is what I don't like about this. Number one is that it's only 4 characters, right? I wanted it to be 5 characters, and I wanted the 5th character to be a guest character. Okay, so the fact that it's 4 characters again, I think it's a very little. I think you have to put the numbers up to 5, maybe even 6, because and I know maybe it's the graphics. The graphics are too much, and they're having trouble animating these guys. But just get more people to work on it. And I don't know. It just, to me, it just seems lackluster that it's only 4. And I don't get me wrong, I love the characters. I love Sagat, love Alex. I'm okay about c.viper. I'm not. I don't. I've never played it before. And Ingrid, I'm indifferent, right? But my thing is, if we need more. That's what I'm on. I'm on getting more stuff. Um, we're not getting enough, in my opinion. And I mean, Street Fighter's still alive. It's not dead like Mortal Kombat or Tekken. Tekken isn't dead, but it's kind of like on life support. And Street Fighter's doing good. But I feel like if you want to keep it alive for longer, you need to pick your numbers up. You need to start like putting more things on there, because you got to understand that on the horizon you got Marvel token. Okay, if Capcom is not having a new game coming up soon, you need to push up your numbers on these characters. You need to push up your numbers on the costumes. You need to push up the numbers on even World Tour stuff. We don't have anything to do on World Tour. So that's what I'm on, and that's what I don't like about this particular announcement, in my personal opinion. The other thing I don't like is that I have to wait a year for Alex. A year. Which is crazy. There's this big old gap in between c.viper and Alex, like 6 months of waiting for Alex. It's like, bro, like, what are you guys doing in that spare time? Are you gonna give us anything in that 6 months? Or we're just gonna be waiting for Alex? Like, are y'all have to be working on another game? And if it is, bro, I'm telling you, y'all need more people. Y'all need more soldiers, because I'm available. If y'all need me, Capcom, if y'all need me, you could see that I kind of think the same way as you guys, right? And I have the same, like, kind of the same character design. This is AI, by the way, but it's my design, and then I put it on the AI machine, and it made like it made it look more, I guess, smoother or something, professional. But it's my idea. My point is, if you guys need somebody, I'm here. You know, I don't know how to use all the computer shit, but I got good ideas. Um, but anyways, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys